Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello. Obviously, I'm not in my normal recording area, but I kind of just wanted to kind of get something off of my chest. And, I aspire to keep it real and not kind of just show you and just discuss what seems to be glamorous and glitz, but to give you the real as a Muslim girl, but also what's going through in my life. So, currently I'm in Tennessee and I just raced the Music City Carnival track meet. And a little bit of background before I kind of dive into it. I am a 51.11 400 meter runner. That's my PR. Last year, alhamdulillah, was popping in it. And I think I mentioned briefly in a previous episode how the adjustment to now the professional life. So I'm no longer at NCAA. I'm working, I'm training, I'm lifting all on my own schedule that my coach and I come up with. And it is definitely an adjustment. They need to make a book, podcast, different avenues of educating people who aspire to go professional outside of NCAA if you are not staying at that institution and training. I know a lot of people who, let me take that back. Maybe not a lot, but I know people who are blessed, alhamdulillah, have the luxury of staying at that school that they were training at and kind of just being a professional athlete. So not too much is changing. Fortunately, I didn't have that. Fortunately and unfortunately, because there's always two sides to a coin. I didn't have that. SubhanAllah, my life, I moved back to Maryland. Everything is cookies and cream and tea. But I just wanted to kind of give a real video of how, at least with track, I know from the outside, people mashallah, your success is amazing. And subhanallah, running 51.1, having national records, running ACCs, running up ACC indoor, being able to go to indoor and outdoor worlds within kind of that same year is honestly been an amazing journey. But just as many journeys have many ups, there are many downs. And to everybody's down is different depths. Mine is down. Okay? And like I said before, I'm a 51 runner, 51 low. If I would have fell at the line, 50 point. But this season has been very interesting. I opened up my season with a 38.8 on a flat track and a 55.6. Okay, that was cool. That was cute. And then honestly, from that meet in late January, I haven't ran that many times, that many meets. Problems with in Maryland, there aren't many indoor facilities and it's cold as heck in the wintertime. So struggling to have a consistent indoor conditioning season, struggling adjusting to my new coach from my old coach. I didn't have much of a conditioning season, so I'm running myself into shape versus kind of being in shape and taking everything in stride. Having issues with scheduling meets because I haven't been running that well. I haven't been able to get into many meets. Rightfully so. I'm not gonna go to somebody's place to go run 56 seconds. That I understand. Yeah, so honestly, this fall, I mentally, I was going through it, and subhanAllah, track has always come easy. And again, it's easier and it's more fun when you're winning and you're having success. But when you are very much low and it's mentally taxing, and pushing through that is what makes a great track athlete. Because track, just as much as it is physical, it's more mental. Because you can be physically fit. I'm not physically fully there as I was last year. I would say I'm at least 75% though. But because I'm struggling mentally, I'm not able to reach that full 75% yet. And it's just an adjustment year, really taking in the learning curves. And also it's very it gets lonely because I train by myself. Nobody wants to be in Maryland, and I don't blame them. I'm in Maryland because that's where my life is. SubhanAllah, that's where I got a job. And possibly thinking of relocating to a group, because being with people who are also struggling, but you're struggling together, is more encouraging than you struggling alone, because then you lose the motivation and you're so then what am I doing this for? And I've had so many of those times. I don't think you can understand how many of those times I contemplate going to practice. I really don't. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Sometimes I don't go to practice because I'm what am I doing this for? And I've always told my friend, like, hey, like, bro, like, I'm really contemplating, like, ending track and field, like, right here, right now, hanging up the spikes. And he's like, hey, like, listen, you have a sponsor. You have a country who's kind of depending on you. And those right now are, I guess you could say, my biggest motivational factors to, like, still continue to pursue track, because I'm really understanding how hard it is to get a sponsor, and I do have a sponsor right now, so subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah for that. I don't want them to think I'm taking them for granted or anything of that sort. I didn't realize how taxing it is. Like, I just remember one time, mind you, I'm the king, I'm the queen of I never cared. And in track, I never really cared. Like, I do have fun. Yes, you get nervous leading up to a race because you have expectations. And if you don't make those expectations, you know, you're a little bummed out about it. I have not been having fun. It's been a chore. And honestly, one of the reasons why I keep pushing forward is because I know I have a lot in the tank. I know. And this is kind of why I was doing the podcast. I'm getting to the reason. Give me a second. Like, I have a vision for myself, just like how I mentioned in my previous episode. I had a life plan planned out. This is what I want to do. But then Allah has another plan. And with track, everything is not linear. Like, I went 52.6 and as a sophomore in high school. It didn't PR again until my freshman year in college. Granted, COVID came, so it was a little interesting time, but still, like, our plan is not God's plan. And with, like, you train every day basically just to PR and run, in my case, like 51 seconds. You're training every day of your life just to get and run 51 seconds. Again, people like, why track? I didn't pick track. Track picked me. If I had a choice, I would be playing volleyball. I know I'm 5'2", 120 pounds, but I would be playing volleyball right now. But that wasn't what was in my cards. And subhanAllah, like, I have almost completed almost every side quest in track. I still have to just go to Diamond League and the Olympics. I've been to Commonwealth Games. I've been to U20s. I've been to Worlds, Pan Am. SubhanAllah, like, I've been almost everywhere. But God had a different route than what I planned. I say that to say, so today, Heat 3, Lane 4, amazing setup. Perfect. All the fast dogs ahead of me. Some people, you know, behind me to hear them, but, you know, to be pushed. Like I said before, my PR is 51.1. You know, I opened up my outdoor season with a 53.2. You know, okay, cute. Today, 54.8. At this point, I was just like, there's no more tears left to cry. I'm not going to go mentally insane about this, because at the end of the day, take track away, I'm still Caitlin Ball. I have my business endeavors. I have my job. I have my family and my friends. I have my deen, my ibadah over everything. So just as much as we expect and we want these amazing results, like, I wanted to run 52.0 today to set up for the next meet, to set up for the next meet, to set up for the next meet, to set up for Commonwealth Games. Because I know I can be at that final. Is my time this year? I'm not going to say anything because Allah's got a plan. But the fact that we that we have to just keep pushing along and, you know, adjust things as we go. Like, I'm here with Garden State Track because I just signed up and running for them. And even that, like, talking with the head of the Garden State Track, I was like, hey, I know my PR is 51. I am having a little bit of a rough season. Just kind of want to let you know that. And to come in run 54 is a little bit embarrassing because I know I'm better. I know there's a lot more in my tank. But that might not be my path right now. So continuing just to pray about it, continue to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about it. But even after I crossed that line, I looked at that time, I saw 54.8. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. The thing that really made me just be grateful. You finished the race healthy. It's not a time by any place of what you wanted. It's not a placing of anything you wanted. But being reminded of the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam when he went to go visit Ishmael, and he went to his house. The wife said he wasn't there, and Ibrahim alayhi salam was like, oh, how is it? How is married life? How are you doing? And then she was just complaining. And then Prophet Ibrahim essentially was telling Ishmael through a like a, what is that? A coded message, that you need to change the gates of your house, like the front or like the barriers of your house. Like you need to get a new wife because she's continuing to complain. But then he divorced her, remarried, and then Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam then went back to the house again, missed Ishmael again, and now there was a second wife, the wife he remarried. He asked the same question, like, how's it going, the family, the life, marriage life, whatever. She said, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. And Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was like, the barrier, the doors to your house are good, they're beautiful. Keep this lady. And that's who I aspire to be, because again, if you think about it, it's not that deep. It's not, but it's deep to us because, you know, that's what we're doing right now. That is some people's sources of money. Some people do it as an outlet. I do it for my country and because I'm kind of good at it. But I just came on here to say, when things don't go our way, inshallah ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's got another plan for us. But even when they don't go our way, we need to be thankful and grateful because you're healthy. And you now know what you gotta need to go back to the drawing board and think about. And just even think about my season as a whole. My season is some trash, some dog shit, some BS. But guess what? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. There's also a book called Go For Now. It's really popular in business and entrepreneurship. And I read it. And the moral of the book was to hurry up and fail. Whatever you're trying to do, hurry up and fail. Like, you want to be quick to fail, because after you fail, you know what's wrong. You know how to get back up. But people are very hesitant in their decisions, very hesitant in their actions, and rightfully so. Like, I was talking to somebody like, hey, like, just do it. You see, if you do fail, okay, you know what to do. If you don't fail, mashallah. And people I know, they say that the stakes are higher depending on different things. And I understand that, but the principle is kind of still the same. And inshallah, like Allah's on your side too. Like, he wants the best for you, but he wants to see you doing your work and not just kind of sitting here waiting for your things to happen. So as much as this season has gone to utter shite, and I feel like I've embarrassed myself to the teeth, alhamdulillah. That's all I can say. Alhamdulillah. I do know, with that same like principle of like learning how to fail faster, I know that my conditioning season is crucial. The type of conditioning season I know that I need to work on my 200 for sure. I know I need to sprint more often, because as strong as I am, I need to have speed. I know to truly have a solid meet schedule out before, and not kind of play it by ear per after each meet. Oh, how are you feeling? Who cares how you're feeling? Who cares? Run. If anything, run yourself into shape. And just I've learned, I know for a fact I need a training group. Not even a partner, a group. Because I need somebody on my days where I'm down and somebody is there to kick my butt into gear. And granted, yes, it is, I need to do it for myself. Of course. I don't want anybody to do it for me. But it's a helping, motivating factor. Okay? And also, it's nice to have human interaction. I love my coach down. That's my guy. But I need somebody that's doing this workout with me and not just, babe. So, you guys kind of saw another side of me. I hope I didn't scare you away. But inshallah, I've always aimed in my videos and stuff to reach other people who are going through these feelings, thoughts, times of their lives, so it brings comfort and it's a relatable source. Because I just feel like I've been on an island by myself. But I think I shall write a book about this, okay? Because this is just not fair to just have somebody like this jump into the unknown. What else to say? But for real, it was nice y'all listening to my lovely episode of The Unknown by Known by Allah. So inshallah, I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye.